5 days after the official start of practice, the MHSAA made the tough decision to postpone the high school football season to the spring.
The worst thing, I'll be honest with you, the worst day was having to tell you guys that we weren't going to play. That was the worst day. And, you know, to be honest, through the season, that was the biggest stressful point, was having to think of having to do that again.
I didn't want to say it out loud, like I didn't want to face it, but I knew deep down that they were going to pull the plug, just by the way everything had been going.
At times it's been completely soul-crushing. As a parent, it's the most awful thing in the world, seeing things taken away from your kids and knowing that there is no way that you can give it back to them.
I was really bummed out, but I don't think I really processed it yet, because it was like a week, and that week when we heard for a week, I was just like it still felt like it was football season, and I was still working out with all like my football guys and you guys, and we haven't really been able to just hang out as a team and just hang out with the guys as much, use the locker room.
It was hard because I knew how important it was to all these boys who worked so hard, all the seniors who this is it, this is their last shot, and they said, okay, we'll play in the spring, but I knew that wasn't going to happen. And I know it's super important to these players and their mental health, so it was devastating.
And anybody who knows how things are in the Upper Peninsula knows you are not playing football in the spring.
I was just happy they were going to do something, because I knew that the spring wasn't going to happen.
The MHSAA Representative Council voted to reinstate football and resume all fall sports.
Where did these be at when they say they doing all this and all that? Tired of beefing you bums, you can't even pay me enough to react. Been waking up in the crib and sometimes I don't even know where I'm at. Please don't pay that songs in this party, I can't even listen to that. Anytime that I run into somebody, it must be a victory lap. Hey, shawty come sit on my lap. Hey, they saying Drizzy just snap. This in between us is not like a store, this isn't a closable gap. Hey, I see some attack and don't end up making it back. I know that they at the crib going crazy down bad. What they had didn't last. Whoa, sometimes we laugh and sometimes we cry, but I guess you know now.
Well, just the bus seating chart that we have to have. Wearing masks for practice. The shields, the face guards. You know, as best we can, the distancing. You know, there's an aspect of it you could say, well, how much does it matter? Oh, we don't know, do we? But I don't want to find out.
I know that they at the crib going crazy down bad. What they had didn't last. Whoa, sometimes we laugh and sometimes we cry, but I guess you know now. Baby, I took a half and she took the whole thing. Slow down. Baby, we took a trip, now we on your block. And
Anytime Mr. Tizio or Masano is texting me or calling me, I don't want to answer, because I think that somebody's going to tell me, hey, you know, we got half the team on close contact, or we got somebody on the team positive. Let's face it, we've already had close calls with that, so it's just more stressful.
It's like you got to do the best you can every game, because you never know if you'll have another one. And if we got shut down after like a bad game, it just like kind of suck if that's how you ended your season and you had to sit with that.
Nice curve. Nice, Dave. Ball. Ball. What's this for? You have my attention.
attention, and you have my attention because you practice hard. You practice hard. Kids like this. Right. I'm wrestling with you guys for 3 minutes.
It's like not having the student section and all those chants, like that feels a little different. As a senior, I know that's something you're gonna miss, and me and him are hoping we have that next year. Our parents have been doing really good at being loud, and everyone who's allowed to come to the game, like we're lucky the band's allowed to come, because when the band's there, it sounds a little more normal.
Ain't no other team Marquette's ever had has won a game here in the playoffs. I think that's pretty damn cool.
Riddle dropping back, 15-yard pass to Ty Lauderman, who gets rocked. Manages to hold on to the ball and reaches out for the score. Game, get it going. Desmond Mullen cuts in, and there's no one in sight. He goes 51 yards untouched for the score. Point misses, but it's 6-0 early. Again, this time he finds David Eberhard. Marquette up big 31-0 at the half. They would coast to victory in the second half, adding another score and forcing a ton of turnovers.
Time for Marquette here, a big play at their own 43-yard line. Riddle's gonna pitch it to Cameron Karp, who's gonna throw it downfield. Wide open is Beauchamp. He's just gonna take it into the end zone. Huge play for Marquette. He's gonna drop back to pass. It's a jump ball, and that has had an unbelievable performance. And man, Austin Riddle, Cameron Karp, Brady Wright, Ty Lauderman.
Midway through the second, now Marquette down 21-0, trying to get something going. Riddle goes deep, finds Cameron Karp. He goes the rest of the way, 78 yards for the score. Karp would finish with 3 scores and more than 200 receiving yards.
And going forward, I hope I remember this. Just because, I mean, 2 years down the line, we don't have this, hopefully. I mean, you got to look back on it and remember, hey, this is the way it used to be. Or it was, I should say. Because we're never, hopefully, going to go through this again. I hope to not see it.
That whole clip in.
Who's the teacher?
Hoffman.
What's up, Hoffman? How you doing?
Let's put that whole clip in of him just staring.
Shout out Hoffman.
Zoom in.